Welcome back to another tutorial. Today we're going to be covering the GNSS planning tool that's a product of Trimble. There are others out there. There's also some apps that can be downloaded onto your smartphone. So to start out with, this tool is really for helping the customer kind of forecast possible problems within the day. So if they're losing GPS at a certain point in the day, they can kind of plan around those times if there's an issue based on the location. And location seems to be the big determining factor on that. So the top URL right here, this is listed. This is what gets you to Trimble's planning tool. So it's all online. And if you go to your settings here, this is the first step. This is where you would determine where you're at within the world, really. So we can pick a location here. I'll just scroll right into here, and I'm in southern Illinois right now. Let's go up to central northern Illinois, and I'll just go down here and click apply. And then from here we have the lat and long. If we had our exact lat and long, we just type them in. The cutoff, this gives us kind of our elevation mask. At what degree do we start cutting out the satellites? So if we're having a lot of issues, we can cut some satellites off. And then of course the time of the day. So if we wanted to go a full 24-hour span, we can just select 24 hours. The next step is to go into your satellite library, and the ones we're really going to be concerned about here in North America is GPS and GLONASS, but there are others available, such as Galileo, which is European, Beidou, which is China. So I'm just going to leave both GPS and GLONASS on here, and you can see here that the number of satellites are available. If there's any that are unhealthy or any that have been taken down, there'll be a red X here. Next step is elevation. This gives us our elevation in degrees for all of the satellites that are available. Then we get into number of satellites. So if you remember, we need 4 satellites to create a 3D position, 5 satellites for a RTK initialization. And as you can see here, we are kind of on the low end of that right now. There's certain spikes within the day depending on what time of day it is. If I were to go back to my satellite library and take GLONASS off, you can see that my spike gets quite a bit less. So by adding GLONASS back, we pretty much increase the number of satellites that are out there, which in turn increases our reliability. When we go into the DOP, this is our dilution of precision, and this is a number from 0 to 99. It's unitless. The ones we need to be concerned about is position, vertical, and horizontal. So position, we want to see this number less than, really less than 8. Vertical, we want to see this number less than 2. And then horizontal, we want to see this number less than 3. And this is just a measure of how grouped up the satellites are and how much air we're going to receive. We go into visibility. We have the actual names of the satellites, and you can see what time of day that they're available. The sky plot will give us another view of all the satellites. This is also inside of our OEM displays. You'll see a real-time view of this. When we go into the world view, this gives us a little bit more expanded view of what we have going on. And then ionospheric information is also available. You won't necessarily have to deal with that too much. It's mainly down in South America near the equator that would cause issues within the atmosphere. And then you have even more ionospheric information right here. And that's pretty much it on the planning tool. Like I said, it's a good tool for customers if they want to forecast possible problems that may be out there within a certain point in the day.